and her tag team partner from the Queen City, Charlotte Flair.
Huge update drops on Charlotte Flair's reported WWE return. The former 13-time world champion Charlotte Flair's return to in-ring WWE is imminent, according to WrestleVotes. As the company prepares for the return of Saturday night's main event, several surprises appear to be in store. With legendary commentator Jesse Ventura reprising his role as the voice of the show, the WWE Universe are seemingly in for a night of returns. Supplementing a card that sees numerous title matches, Triple H teased online that SNME would see the return of the beloved Winged Eagle belt, a title that Cody Rhodes has actively tried to bring back. It seems this won't be the only return of the night. Having injured her knee in a match against Asuka over a year ago, Charlotte Flair hasn't been seen by the WWE Universe since. A standout performer in the WWE, it seems that Charlotte will be getting involved with the returns, as the former 13-time women's champion is set to return to the WWE. The daughter of the legendary heel Ric Flair, Charlotte has managed to carve out a career for herself that sees her measure up to the lofty heights of her lineage. Becoming the inaugural Raw Women's Champion, she went on to win the title 6 times. Alongside 7 SmackDown Women's title reigns, she is the most decorated women's superstar in WWE history. A triple and Grand Slam champion, she is regarded as one of the greatest women's wrestlers of all time. Following a hiatus-filled few years, Charlotte was back to her best in 2023. Her legendary WrestleMania 39 match against Rhea Ripley is regarded as one of the best in WWE women's history. Slowly getting her momentum back, a December match with Asuka would spell disaster for the second-generation star. Tearing her ACL, MCL, and meniscus, also known as the unlucky triad, Charlotte has been out of action since. An injury that sees a usual recovery time of 9 months. Her presence hasn't been seen on WWE TV in just over a year. With it becoming a matter of when, not if, it appears the WWE Universe have their answer. As WWE approached the re-debut of SNME, numerous reports have speculated that Charlotte could appear at the show. A recent update from the Wrestling Observer newsletter stated that Charlotte is expected to be returning soon. News corroborated by the reliable WrestleVotes, the WWE Insider account posted an update to X, going on to say that WWE Creative had been working on the returning Flair's presentation. It appears that WWE is going all out on Saturday night, bringing back legends such as Jesse Ventura and the Winged Eagle. The return of Charlotte Flair will add much-needed star power to the women's division. Charlotte was often vulnerable to criticism during the Vince era of WWE, as she would find herself in scenarios she didn't need to be in. Most notably, being inserted into the WrestleMania 35 main event against Becky Lynch and Ronda Rousey. Now set for a return to a WWE that has more belts than before, the returning landscape offers endless possibilities for Flair. After a year, Charlotte Flair is finally on track to return to WWE. Flair suffered an unfortunate injury last December while wrestling Asuka on WWE SmackDown. Flair tore her ACL, MCL, and meniscus while trying to attack Asuka from the ropes. She slipped and fell, her leg bouncing off the rope on the way down. She was on track to go after Io Sky's championship at the time along with Bianca Belair, but her injury tainted those plans. Despite the unfortunate circumstances, Flair underwent her surgery fairly quickly and was making equally fast progress in recovery. WrestleVotes reports that creative plans have begun for the 14-time women's champion. Not only that, she could return as soon as Saturday night's main event this weekend. Flair was recently pictured training with NXT's Kiana James among other wrestlers at Shawn Spears and Tyler Breeze's wrestling school. Flair's return doesn't seem random. WWE is working to re-establish Saturday night's main event after a 16-year absence. A return as big as Flair's would create lots of buzz heading into Royal Rumble season. In February, Flair's father and 16-time world champion Ric Flair spoke about her recovery, admitting she's way ahead of schedule. At the time, Flair was just a few weeks post-op. Her recovery, she's crushing it. She's actually going to come back faster than they will ever recommend, Flair said. That's unbelievable. I thought that might be one of the biggest compliments anybody could ever get. I mean, it's unfortunate that it had to come from a doctor in a hospital, but I keep telling people, man, she's a different kind of cat. The WWE Women's Division, at least on the main roster, could use a boost of something fresh. Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley have effectively taken over WWE Raw, while Tiffany Stratton, Nia Jax, Bianca Belair, and Jade Cargill run SmackDown. There are new mid-card titles in contention now, which Flair will likely be eyeing on her quest for her 15th title win. WWE rumors. Charlotte Flair may be back for Saturday night's main event. Charlotte Flair is a name that's been very hot in the rumor mill lately. The Queen has been out of action for over a year now after she tore her ACL, MCL, and meniscus in a match with Asuka last December on SmackDown. Recent reports suggested that Charlotte was expected back on WWE programming by the Royal Rumble. But the latest rumblings on her status say that she'll be back much quicker than February 1st. Wrestling Insider X account WrestleVotes Thursday said that the multi-time women's champion could be back in the mix as soon as this weekend for Saturday night's main event. The belief for some time is that both Charlotte and Becky Lynch would return to WWE programming in time for WrestleMania season. There's no concrete timeline for the man to come back around yet, as she is technically still a free agent. Lynch did attend the WWE Netflix event earlier this month, but there's been no update on her reaching a new deal for her to return to the ring. Although her presence promoting the Raw premiere coming up on January 6th is obviously a good sign that something is in the works. We'll continue to keep you posted on any information that becomes available regarding Charlotte Flair and/or Becky Lynch. Buy or sell Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, WWE return rumors, Goldberg match plan more. The pro wrestling rumor mill just keeps finding ways to upstage itself when it comes to drama. With the holidays on approach, so too are rare one-off pro wrestling moments on the calendar, like a Saturday night's main event and the debut episode of Raw on Netflix in early January. Along with those landmarks comes the expected bevy of surprise returns, rumblings, and match and feud plans that could impact things all the way up to WrestleMania. For a little extra spice, WWE has also teased something like a transfer window that will shake up the rosters before that big Netflix debut. Which is to say, there's a lot to digest right now. Here is a look at the most important rumors to know and whether to buy or sell on each. The Netflix debut is starting to sound stacked. According to Dr. Chris Featherstone of Sportskeeda Wrestling, CM Punk vs. Seth Rollins will happen there. Reaction. It has felt like perhaps one of the most obvious things in modern pro wrestling history that Punk and Rollins would main event night one of WrestleMania after years of never being able to do so. This would come as a pretty big surprise, especially given all the other massive things WWE could put on the debut episode's card. Is Charlotte Flair on T?